like send it to like user shade room and stuff, right?
I could save this.
Oh yeah, you could.
Hope you're all okay. Thank you.
Remember, you can save the live video. And then before you click out, you can save it.
You're going to Australia soon. Alright, should we start talking about it now? A ton of people are still joining. Where's Mark? He's in his room. Mark wasn't there. He doesn't know what happened.
That's really annoying.
3,000.
Look at how many people are saying.
Yeah.
I'm not going back here next year. So many people still joining. Everybody invite your friends right now.
Make sure to invite all your friends to
Tell them to come now.
so we could explain what happened.
It goes up by 30.
If you guys don't know what happened, we're at Vidcon and we did a free meetup, and then all this stuff happened with security and like police officers.
We just had a gigantic meetup in the front of VidCon by the red play button, and we walked out there and just people.
We didn't even get to take any photos because as soon as we got there was security. But
well, I took a few photos.
We took a few, but we're gonna explain the whole situation. So if you want to hear what happened, just wait, and we're gonna explain it. But make sure to get all your friends in here.
So many people got kicked out just for wanting to meet supporters.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Neil okay? Yeah,
Neil's fine.
Neil's good.
Thank
now.
God.
Won't load. Sorry guys, we have really bad Wi-Fi in this hotel. It's literally horrible. Like we were struggling trying to even like go live. My neck is all stretched out. Alright, I think we're gonna start talking at 4K people. How about that? Fine?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, 4K people, we're gonna start talking about it. I would make them give me my money back.
Can you stop?
Alright, it's going up by like 2s now. Almost 4K.
We're about to hit 4K.
Alright, at 4K people, we're gonna start talking. I have a video of you guys getting tackled and I witnessed it all. We're about to explain it all. Everything.
Oh my God, 4K.
Alright, 4K.
4.1.
Alright, so should I start? I'm gonna start and just explain like
okay.
what. Alright, so if you guys don't know already, this is the last, or is it the last day of VidCon?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's our last day of VidCon. If there's a day tomorrow, we're not going, but this is like our last day of VidCon, and we didn't meet all the supporters. There were still so many supporters that we didn't even see, so we decided to all promote to
Have a meetup.
Yeah, to have a meetup. But at the beginning, like before you even walk into the convention center, there's
like a
huge
fountain.
area. There's like a fountain and a red play button. And it's a huge area where there's a ton of fans could fit. So we all promoted that we'd be there, and it would be like a free meet and greet.
And we posted like an hour and a half before we went out there.
Yeah, like an hour and a half.
It was like 2:40, and we were going out at 4, so
We just wanted
an
to
hour
get
and 20 minutes
supporters,
before.
that's it.
Yeah.
So we all promote, and then we're walking to go out there, and we just see this. And we were getting notifications before we came in. Before we went out, that there was already security there onto us.
And it was getting bigger and bigger.
So going into it, we knew that we were gonna like have to leave, but like we just wanted to go and meet as many of you guys as we could, and we did not know that they were gonna act how they acted. So we went over and we saw this like huge crowd, and we just like went into the mob, and we like start taking photos and stuff, and then the security guard walks up, and probably some of you guys have seen the videos of me talking to him, and he like gets in my face, and then the mob starts to get like crazier and crazier because everybody's trying to see. And then at some point he just grabbed me, and that one guy, did he grab you too?
Yeah. Well, no, more. Okay.
So,
this is what
more
happened.
security guards
One
came.
guy walked up to us and was asking us like, "What's causing all this? Like, what happened?" And we're just like, "What? What?" Like, people are pushing us everywhere, and we're swinging back and forth. And then out of nowhere, he just grabs Charles
And he
starts taking him up.
And he grabs my underwear.
He grabs
and
his underwear.
and gives me a huge wedgie. And
he
probably
starts
all the
pushing
fans,
him.
probably all the fans saw my underwear. He gave me like the biggest wedgie on earth. And like I guess he was just trying to make me uncomfortable or something, just so I would like go with him. And then at some point he bear hugs me, and he's just got my arms in like this.
So he has Charles like this, literally hugging him.
Yeah.
And there's
From
two
behind,
other
from
guys.
behind.
Yeah, from
And then
behind.
there's two other
And there's
guys.
two other guys, and then they're pushing him up, and I'm running at Charles, like sprinting at him, because they just like took him away, and I'm still back there with like all the fans. And I'm trying to get through the fans to go see Char. So I'm trying to run up, and more security guards come and start grabbing me, and like I'm trying to rip through them and go see Char.
And at this point, they were just walking us to the doors of Vidcon to get us in.
And then they opened up the doors and threw us in.
And I was okay with it right now because it wasn't too aggressive and the security guards weren't being too mean. So I was like filming Snapchats, like I was like, hey, like I was all hype.
Yeah, he was
and then they got us in, and there was this one guy with me, and they walked me. I broke away from them and I stopped seeing them, and they walked me over to this door. And it was a stairwell to go up the stairs.
We were like far behind, and they were like pushing.
And
him
the guy
ahead,
and the
like,
guy that
way
was
ahead.
bear hugging me passed me over to this other security guard that was walking with us for the whole time.
And they threw him in a room.
And that security guard grabbed me and brought me into this room
and shut the door.
So now the door is shut.
Me, Neil, and I don't know where Aaron was, but me and Neil are trying to get through the door to go see Charles.
Neil is my dad, if you don't know.
Neil is his dad.
And there's security guards blocking the door.
And then we see pushing on the door. I'll tell this part.
Yeah.
We see pushing on the door because the door opens, like it swings out, it doesn't swing in. We see pushing on the door, so we're like tripping out. So finally the door breaks
Wait.
free.
Let me tell what happened before you guys got in.
Yeah. And
So I was inside there just with
yeah.
me and just the security guard, and we were just alone in there. It was kind of awkward. And then he just like brought me in there, grabbing me, and then walks me over to this like pole thing. So there in this stairwell, there's like stairs to go up, and then next to those stairs, there's just like this pole thing. You guys have probably seen them. And he like bends me over this pole thing. So I'm bent over the pole thing, over it like this, and it's right here. And then he grabs this new guy, grabs my underwear again, and gives me another wedgie. And I'm like, what's with dudes? What's with
Giving
the
them
security and the wedgies?
All right,
and
let
then
me tell this part.
wait, I need to say the arm. So
Oh,
then they give me the wedgie, and then the guy also grabs my arm like this and pulls it back
up.
So and every time I'd move at all, he would pull it up even more to make it hurt even more. So the guy and then the security was claiming that they were trying to get us out of harm's way,
But they were putting us in harm's
but they were
way.
giving us pain, and I wasn't resisting at all. Anytime I would just move at all, he would give me more pain.
All right,
And
before we move on, let's say Aaron, we didn't see him while like Char was up there, and I was trying to get to Char because Char was like there were like three guys on him like yanking him, and he's like trying to. And then something happened. What did the security guard do to you?
we were like walking, and I was trying to go right to Charlie because I saw Joey sprinting him, and I was like, he was kind of getting harmed in a way, and I was scared, so I ran. Security just like scratched me right here on my hip. It was
So then Joey and my dad are trying to
Wait,
get
let me
in.
tell this.
Okay.
So we see the pushing on the door, which we're like, what the heck? And he wasn't even at the door. I think there was like another guy in there.
No, I think it was just when we first got in.
Yeah.
And then we went over to that part, and then it stopped, I think.
Yeah. And the door busts open somehow. The door opens up, and me and Neil run through, and Neil's like yelling at everybody. I'm screaming, and then three security guards just run in and grab Neil and throw him on the ground, and then put his arm behind his back like that. And Neil like could barely breathe, and Neil's on the ground like, I'm not resisting. And they're like holding his arm farther and farther back. I see his arm like all the way back,
And they were
we're
just
all
holding him down.
screaming at each other, and they shut the door. Fans, as like we went in that, so we went through the convention center, like we went into the convention center, and we made a left, and then we went down, and we went into like this room where it like had like staircases and stuff, and we went in the room, and fans swarmed in there, and they got videos of them grabbing Neil and throwing him on the ground for no reason at all. Neil
So,
did nothing
yeah,
wrong.
my dad
and
went
they're
in there.
literally grabbing us all, like yanking us
Yeah.
by the hoodies, yanking us around
Yeah.
like this. They had over the bar. They're
Yeah.
like pushing him
And
up
then,
against the
so
wall.
when I was over the arm lock like that, my dad comes in and he's like, "Get off of him!" And then I think he was just like screaming, "Get off of him!"
Yeah.
And then
the guy runs in.
yeah,
Three guys
run in
and tackle
they
his
tackle
dad.
my dad, and then I
And
break
throw him
free.
on the ground.
And then
And
I
then-
break free.
yeah.
And then this other guy comes up to me and now gets me back onto the wall, not onto the metal thing, onto the wall. So then this guy's in front of me as I'm watching my dad just get attacked by like 4 security guards. And he's screaming, "I can't breathe. I'm not resisting," and they won't stop. They literally would not stop. My dad was saying over and over again, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe." And the security guards go, "You can breathe because you're talking."
Like, what? He's out of breath. Like, I can't breathe. He goes, you could breathe because you're talking. They have his arm like this. There's 3 guys on him. He's going, I'm not resisting. He's telling them he's not resisting.
So,
It's insane.
so then the cops come, the real cops, not the security guards,
And they start,
and the cops come. So then the cops come, and
I can't take this
And
seriously.
the cops come and they put my dad in handcuffs. And they put my dad in handcuffs, and my dad, like, I guess they really messed up his shoulder, so he was, like, begging them to let him out of the handcuffs just to, like, stretch out his arm, but they wouldn't do it. And then they took each one of our stories, but then while the cops were taking mine, was, like, the truthful story, they just, like, left, like, in the middle of the story, and they didn't even hear the whole part. So I was like, am I even going to tell the whole story? Because they were clearly taking the security guard's side, so it was kind of annoying. And then they walked us all on this, like, hallway above.
and we were in that room for literally an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
forever.
We're just sitting in there.
Yeah.
Like, everybody... quiet now, like everybody's chilled out,
Yeah.
and they're just sitting there. Neil's on the ground in handcuffs.
And then they finally let him sit on the stairs.
Yeah.
And then they get our stories, they walk us over, and
They asked
this
our
dude,
names, where we live.
and then thank God, the guy that was giving me a wedgie that had me over the bar with my arm in the arm lock, he was also walked over to where, like, to this, like, office building, kind of, where it's, like, the security building.
Something's wrong with our
Yeah,
voices.
listen, let me explain. So, sometimes live, whenever you have bad connection, sometimes live does this stupid effect and makes your voice sound like a squirrel, like you're on helium. And it did that to Luna.
That's
It did that
Go
to
on your phone.
We have really bad service right now.
Yeah, we have really bad service.
If our
Go on
voices
my
sound
live.
bad,
This
then
is not our voice, bro. We have not got squeaky voices.
Alright, yeah, but we were in that room for an hour and a half, literally just sitting there, and security guards are walking in and out, and, it was just insane. And then they bring us to the back, and then we sat there for, like, another 30 minutes for no reason, and then they let us go. And
It
we're
doesn't
like,
say that you're live, bro.
alright.
So, I think the worst part of the whole thing was in that stairwell. I think because
Charles was in there alone.
Because
with
I was
one
alone.
dude.
I was alone with the guy, and I was put in that arm lock, and he was just giving me more and more pain just with this little movement of my arm. And then when my dad just, like, completely just got attacked by these
Okay.
4 guards.
Yeah, it doesn't load, bro.
I'm right here, bro.
It wasn't loading. It doesn't say that you're live.
Look, I have it, but it's not gonna go ever.
Yeah, it was. What?
Look, Aaron's loaded. Hold on one second.
Look.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Here.
There.
Look. Oh my god, I want to see that so bad. What the heck?
So yeah, that's everything.
Alright, aside from our squirrel voices or whatever,
It's
we're
gonna
just trying
sound
we're just
squirrely
trying to explain the story. Like,
It's fun.
Lauren texted me helium.
bro, we don't sound. What? Y'all keep freezing.
Alright, besides that,
But there's no way there's gonna be any good videos of this. That sucks.
I could save it. It's
yeah.
like this.
Alright, aside from squirrel.
No way,
Oh my God, we do have
sound
squirrel
like
voices.
9 years old.
Alright, aside from our squirrel voices.
From our squirrel voices.
yo, bro.